All right, welcome back, everybody, to our Super Metroid multi-category tournament group stage match between Idol and Kyzentun. Um, I am Exact Science once again, joined once again by Kevnastics. How are you doing, Kev? You have a good break?
Yeah, it was a nice little break. Had a little quick bowl of cereal and time to let it sink in that the category I had most wished for and most hoped to commentate is exactly what we're getting. It's not a low percent ice, so it feels bad for you. But like you said, either or, we were going to be happy if it was RBO or low ice. But I like how Idol picked it, just spinning a wheel and letting chance decide from the remaining categories. So that shows a lot of gumption
Mm-hmm.
and this is going to be super exciting because this category is my favorite. I love it. Let's go.
Yep. So, of course, this very volatile category, RBO, for anyone not aware, stands for Reverse Boss Order. So basically, you have to kill Ridley first, then you have to kill Dragon. So, yeah, unlike the normal boss order, KPDR, the intended one, you get Varia, then you get Gravity, then you go to the water area, then you go to the hot area, right? In this, you go to the hot area, then you go to the water area, then you don't get Gravity, and then you don't get Varia, unless you're Kev, I believe, right?
I don't get Varia anymore, but there was a time where I was a little PTSD from Mother Brain that I got Varia suit for quite a while, and once I got sub 120, I stopped getting the Varia suit.
All right, I had not seen that yet, so I'm glad to hear it. Suitless or nothing, you got to commit to the bit, you know.
Yeah. I actually think my only PB without the Varia suit is my 117.
I mean, it's also fair. Fair.
So, and we'll see. There was a little bit of talk in the runners' chat that we might be seeing a single Meridia from both of our runners. Idol
Oh,
said, "Heck, that slow jump," so only wants to do Meridia once. Kai has said that he has pulled off single Meridia before, so if we're seeing that, we're going to see a super duper difficult race route for both of our runners. Be going into Lower Norfair with 20 supers, picking up number 25 at GT. And I would imagine both runners are going to be rolling in with seven, tanks, maybe eight.
mhm.
I don't think we'll see six, although I'm sure they're capable. Six is not very race safe. That's kind of borderline insanity.
Let's see. So the most you can get with single Meridia is Terminator High Jump Croc, um, what am I?
Gauntlet,
Gauntlet, Ceiling,
Waterway.
Wave Gate, Edacoons. Is that it?
I think so.
That's eight.
Did you say high jump boots? I think so.
Yes, High Jump is the first one.
Yeah. So I think we'll see. I think we'll see eight. So
Um,
especially with the having only 25 supers at Ridley, we might see a double X Factor fight, but probably more likely a single X Factor fight, and then some charge wave ice phaser shots.
yeah, Kai is definitely a 1X person, I believe. He's either 1X or he does an X Factor, but I'm pretty sure he 1Xs because it is pretty free. Idle, I don't know. I would not be. I think it's more likely that he will go for the single X and then the rest with ammo and beam.
I've kind of
Um,
thought to myself, I'm not very good at the double X Factor fight, but I am very good at like getting to Lower Norfair, and I could do it on seven tanks. I've always wondered if I should pick up a few extra missile packs and try to pump in 18 missiles instead of trying to do those beam shots to subsidize not having that extra super pack and not wanting to do a double X Factor.
hmm. That is a lot of missiles. Like they're technically faster, but it can be like harder to hit with them consistently, especially if he's not giving you pogos.
That's true.
Um, but I'd be interested to see it. I think that this is another category that's really cool because there are so very many ways to route it.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
kind of interested to see where we're going. I did a counterclockwise for the longest time before I switched to a clockwise route when I dropped a few tanks. So it looks like once we go up the elevator, we're going to see if our runners are going to do the initial Upper Norfair Hell runs with 2+1 or 3+1.
I imagine we will see 3+1 as a race safety.
And race safety in an RBO, you say very tongue in cheek.
I mean, it's less likely to have to reload your save post high jump.
I like this play by Kai. So Idle is going to be running 3+1 in the early hell runs. You know what I hadn't thought of? I wouldn't be surprised if Kai does Moondance.
Mm-hmm. I kind of think he does in RBO.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of a Moondance feel here for some reason. And Idle taking that D boost off the Rio. To get that, going to have an extra missile pack to fight GT with or BT with, so that's going to make the BT fight potentially a lot faster than Kai's. I like that little triple missile shot from Kai right there that's started to become popular. So Sreem was the first person I saw do that entry into BT, but I like it. I don't do it, but it's fun.
Hmm. Yeah, so Idle does have to be just a little bit careful with BT. He needs to make sure that when BT does his first AI roll, that he has 4 or fewer missiles. Because if he has 5 or more, BT will do that stupid banana attack. And
Did that happen to Idle last one? I think, or
yes,
was it? Yeah.
it yes. So, all right, clean 2 round from Kai. Leaving with full missiles, very nice. All right, recovers just fine. Like, what happened to Idle? And then I remembered he has an extra energy.
Yeah, it's faster to get those items later. However, the safety that you get from going back down to get that E-tank, you know, it's being able to breathe easy or feel comfortable during a hell run matters a lot in this category.
Mm-hmm.
So if that extra E-tank gives you the feeling you need to be all warm and cozy, it's worth it. As a matter of fact, when I take 3+1, I don't even save. So 3+1, you can easily take 2 hits for most circumstances in the Upper Norfair hell runs. When you're sitting on 2+1, 1 hit, and you're in trouble.
All right, so Idle killing BT here. Kai gonna have to do the hundo strat here.
Yeah, if Idle conserves missiles, Idle is going to be able to open the door to reserve with the extra 5 missiles. A nice right side Alcatraz escape for Idle right there. Again, these runners have been showing some really, really great movement tech throughout the first race and even at the start of this one. So it's really cool to see. We did talk about how many E-tanks our runners were going to go down to Lower Norfair with. As far as ammunition, we did mention the 25 supers, but we're probably going to see anywhere between 20 to 25 power bombs going down there. So that's like 4 or 5 power bomb packs, and I would imagine 30 missiles, but I wouldn't be surprised to see 25.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree. So for power bombs, trying to think, we'll get Croc for sure because that one's free.
No moon dance.
All right. Well, we don't know that quite yet. Okay. Yes, no moon dance.
Usually, a runner will kill all the enemies in the room.
Oh, right. Right. I don't see it very often, and I don't care for it personally. I have nothing against it for other people, but I don't care for it personally. I don't think I'm ever going to learn how to moon dance.
I'm the same way. I don't even use moonwalk. Idle It's not usual to pick up these missiles here, so I wonder if Idle's looking to get more stacked on the way to Lower Norfair. Usually in RBO, you'll pick up, you'll pick up your normal any percent missiles. Wave, charge, those normal missiles. You'll probably get the missile coming out of high jump boots. But you don't usually get the missiles like this Hundo style. Although it's a very, that also depends too. Like I've seen some runners like, so I think Stray Varus did like 20 supers and like 60 missiles or something crazy like that. So it's not unheard of to double stack your missiles for safety on Ridley and Lower Norfair.
Yeah, the only thing you have to be mindful of is
Going over
yes,
30 for GT.
exactly. Kai is going to go up. I imagine he will get both alpha and beta here, since he's coming up and has. So that's 2 plus Croc. So what's power bomb? Then you have Edicoons. And he can take retro if he wants, and landing site if he really wants.
You might see Mission Impossible if he opts to skip landing site. At least those are the ones I started grabbing when I skipped landing site.
Yeah, if he wants 30.
So 30. Which ones do I pick up? I main 20. So I get, which ones do I get? I get Croc, I get Alpha. No, I don't get Alpha and Beta. I get Croc, I get Blue Bryn. I get Croc, and then Mission Impossible.
All right, so yeah, so interesting. Kai is, so he's gonna get beta power bombs here. There's no reason not to.
I wonder if he's gonna go up to Gauntlet before going down. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I thought Kai didn't do 2+1 hell runs, and Kai pulled a really sweet route for us last round. So I wonder if he's gonna do something cool here. Nope, he's just gonna go.
No, like it wouldn't. Like
2+1 is doable. It's just dangerous. It's like very, very dangerous. I mean, hopefully we won't need to see why Idle went all the way back downstairs to pick up an extra E-tank, because I want these runners to get through all of this really smoothly. But yeah, it is more scary with 2+1, even though that's what I mean. It's scarier.
All right. All of that said, Kai, all things considered, not particularly behind at the moment. Like they're within a room. We're gonna get a high five here in below Spacer. So yeah, because we need to beam fight things before we get plasma, we get Spacer here. Because Spacer's actually pretty cool.
If Idle's going all the way up to Criteria, I would guess they would do counterclockwise and get Alpha and Beta after Croc. But meanwhile, let's hold on to our breath here and watch our runners do their Upper Norfair hell runs. You're going to see high jump boots pick up, Idle trying to fill missiles and stuff, but you're going to see Idle wants to get this E-tank, fill his reserve. Kai is going to do the same thing. Likely they'll both take a safety save. We're going to go get high jump boot. High jump boots. Then we're going to get speed booster and then wave beam before we try to exit. Well, let's see. So we'll probably do Croc early. And ice beam might be, Croc could be done later if they're only doing single Meridia. We could see them abandon Croc and ice beam now and just get them after the rest of their pickup in the Green Bryn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's faster to do Croc late if you're doing single Meridia. All right, so yeah, like still within a room. Very, very nice. So nice super. Okay, so Idle's gonna farm the whole shaft and then save, and then we'll farm everything again on the way up. So whereas Kai is comfy here. So yes, these hell runs are really about clean movement. Like, heat damage is scary, but it's not as bad as it seems. You take 15 damage per second from heat. Um,
Oh.
ooh, nice super. And so, like, you have time, you just need to move cleanly, you need to not make movement mistakes, and you need to not take damage that isn't from heat. That's the most important thing.
Kai's cooking here. I would see you're going to see a pause when Kai takes a hit, right? Well, you don't want to take a hit from that guy. If I was Kai, I would have waited. You really want to take a hit from the Sova because they deal significantly less damage than the sweeps. But Kai makes it out. Just
Yeah.
going to have to do a little bit of farming and get in the back cave. And this is where you're going to see that extra E-Tank pickup from Idle. You're going to see how it can really make a difference.
Yep, idle, farming a little bit more energy. Kai is going to farm this guy and then reload the room. Oh no, he's gonna PB farm all the Sovas down here too. Which he's able to do because of
getting super missiles because
oh my
Super
word.
Metroid.
What a scam.
And with 71 is pretty comfortable if you're kind of used to it, but one bad move in bad cave in 71 is death.
Yeah.
So, you know, anywhere
enough.
between 70 and 60, you got to be near perfect to get through bad cave. So Kai is pretty good right now. Can afford a tiny mess up.
This is fine, yeah. Didn't even need pause abuse.
Oh, and Idle's picking up this missile right here. Interesting. I wonder why.
Idle is getting so many missiles.
Again, my guess is this is how they are mitigating the 25 super missile situation. Because three missiles is the same damage as one charge shot with their beam combo, right?
Yes. So each missile, each 6 missiles theoretically saves half a second.
Yeah.
Or saves a second.
I would say that the other advantage, if you just happen to pick up all those missiles, is if you do X Factor on the opener, you don't have to menu your beams if you have enough missiles. And sometimes, for me, menuing back to beams on the Ridley fight is kind of where I lose the fight. Just thinking of when to do it at the right time to not take a body hit or a tail hit. So that's my guess. That's what I'm thinking Idle's doing. Plus, missiles are kind of, somebody who doesn't play a lot of RBO wouldn't realize, like, missiles aren't a dime a dozen in Lower Norfair. Almost nothing reliably drops missiles unless you're full of everything else. And even then, missiles are not a reliable drop in Lower Norfair. So it never hurts when you're thinking about crystal flashes to have extra missiles.
I mean, anything that can drop missiles can also drop health, and you're never not going to be spawning health drops in Lower Norfair, you know?
That's true. That explains it, actually. That makes a ton of sense.
So the drop rates are really low, but that's another factor.
Idle, pause,
Idle, that's not great. All right, this is enough. If he doesn't panic, this is enough.
Yep, just get this jump here. Okay.
All right. Well, here we go with some missiles.
He's good. He's good. Just fire away. Go, 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 go.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, he didn't need that drop. All right. So from here,
you need at least 50 to get to the bug farm down below.
Yeah, he is in health bomb. Oh, what a okay. He's got the 50. I mean, he's also got these Sovas.
Come on, Kai. Kai is cooking.
All right, yeah. Kai leaving with 41, so he's gonna have to be less concerned with farming. Theoretically, should be fine with just these Sovas if they're nice.
Now, it looks like Idle has a significant lead on Kai right now, but Kai also has two extra packs of power bombs that Idle does not have right now. So I would imagine, I think Idle's going to do a counterclockwise cleanup and pick those up first, but I could be wrong. You know, Kai, I'm predicting, is going to go clockwise.
All right, Idle kind of hedging. Not sure if he wants that super. Oh, but getting another super too. Idle now has full supers, which is really nice. Um, means he's going to be guaranteed a health drop from this Gak attack, which is not nothing. If he goes up red tower, then his next health refill will be the ship.
We could
If he,
see a Slaughter's refill.
that's true. All right, no Alpha Spark. Surprise.
Kai doesn't mind playing risky, though. I could see Kai skipping this.
Well, Kai, I believe, is going to be going back through Brinstar, or is
Yeah,
probably through
yeah.
Retro. He goes through
Still
Retro.
going this way. You know, if you're not careful, it's really easy to take 2 hits in the hopper room. Going back to Blue Bryn, so really nice movement from Kai right there. So the hoppers do 80 damage. So, you know, right now at 150, that's a 2-hit KO. So honestly, I would get at least. I would have got so 1 hit we're okay, 2 we're dead.
All right. Well, I think he's
good.
all right. Very nice. All right. So we are going to be going up the climb. We're going to be sparking up climb supers. And
getting the ceiling E-tank first, because I did not get that earlier.
Yep.
And then Idle doing, as I predicted, doing a counterclockwise cleanup. So, you know, right now I would say with the amount of map covered and items gained, Kai is clearly ahead at this point. How much? That's all going to depend on not only how fast their route is, but how many items they pick up, which items they choose to pick up, and where they go after the room they're in now.
Yeah, it's interesting because I would say that Idle does have, like, raw movement wise, I think does have a bit of an advantage, but Kai, like, suitless stuff is Kai's, like, bread and butter. I think you said this either this match or last, because they're both like weird suitless or semi-suitless categories. But yeah, he's done a lot of suitless stuff, and so that familiarity and comfort, it like counts for a lot, and like very much has the potential to overcome like a movement advantage.
If they both beat Ridley at near or around the same time, I think Idle has to be like 2 minutes ahead of Kai to finish faster. With just, I mean, that might sound like a lot, but I think Kai's experience in Suitless Meridia does give him that edge. I think Idle has to be ahead. Coming out of Ridley to come out ahead in this match.
Insight. So maybe he wants 30.
PBs?
Yes.
That's a lot of PBs. I wonder if Idle is planning for like an extra crystal flash.
I mean, it's a race safety. As much as RBO can have safeties, like can have race safeties, it's a race safety.
I mean, that's the only thing that makes RBO easier than low percent ice, is that you actually have safeties you can do.
Yep. That's why the world record kind of route. Oh, all right, yeah. I
like the ship safe.
Yeah. Well, he needs the refill if he's gonna gauntlet spark.
Yeah. And Kai, look at this.
Oh, this is so funny.
What a thing! What a thing of beauty here. These runners. This might be one of the most interesting matchups in the way this is played out, between the first match being Chozo Challenge, this one turning out RBO, and just really flipping the script for the tournament this weekend. I love it.
All right, so the difference here is Kai has an extra pack of supers already. I imagine Idle will get those after Gauntlet. And Idle has 5 more packs of missiles. But otherwise, I think we are just about synced up. Aside from climb supers.
Ooh, look at Idle going back with the spark.
Very nice.
Very nice. That is going to save a little bit of time as far as Idle getting to the climb supers, not having to go all the way through the other room. So I really, really like that. That was swaggy.
Yeah, agreed. All right, Idle, let's see something sick here. Oh, good attempt.
Reverse parlor, or like, I don't know if that's reverse parlor, but whatever it is.
Parlor down
it's
with
so
enemies.
bad.
Yeah, it's
parlor going down. The only time parlor doesn't start going down, and even it still does, is at the beginning. Going down right there is like the worst.
And yes, a question in chat. You do need to have full energy before anything will get stored in your reserve. So if you have 90 energy, and you're like 9 energy from full, and you pick up a big energy for 20, it'll restore 9, and the other 11 will go in.
So now we got the return. We got the pink and green Brinstar return here from Kyzentun.
All right, so Kai, like 24, 48, 24, 49, elevator. And so Idle's gonna be maybe 40 seconds behind. Maybe a bit less, but no, yeah, it's gonna be like 40-ish seconds. A little bit more. All right, about 20, so like 29, 30 seconds separate the runners. And so we see Kai Edekun's supers and Edekun's E-Tank. Skipping those Edekun's PBs, he has 20. So we will see, and there's still Croc. So we may see Kai go with just 25. If he picks up 30, Mission Impossible is really the option at this point. And I kind of don't expect that for some reason, but we'll see.
Yeah. Now, maybe if he only had 15 power bombs, I don't know. Mission Impossible is quite a lengthy pickup.
Yeah.
Like, I think Criterion makes sense because he's already going there.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that puts him on 25 at Lava Dive then.
So an extra super pack is actually a pretty good safety in a race and can help you save time as far as farming power bombs. Power bombs are really important pre-lower Norfair, but they're just as important post-lower Norfair when you're trying to prepare for Meridia. So an extra power bomb pack can just kind of like, I think that's more of a mental safety than anything else, because you don't have to stress out or worry about power bombs so much. Is when you're going into a PB attempt, you're just, trying to grab the minimum. So it cuts down the mental load and gives you a little bit extra safety.
Yep. All right, so these are our 20 supers pre-Lava Dive. The only other packs of supers that we have access to with the bosses who are currently dead are in Meridia, and both runners are only doing Meridia once after Ridley. Alright, Idle doing Spore Spawn, and this is the order I do it personally. I have not timed out which is faster, but the power bomb that opens the door also destroys the bomb blocks, and so you can just go down and do the super instead of having to lay another power bomb or more bomb. So it feels faster.
I don't know if I really put that much thought into it. I don't know. My route kind of evolved from just playing it over and over again, just being like, I'll do this time. I kind of feel like going this way. All right, I'll get this item first.
All right, so you're gonna see a high five here in this war tunnel. Actually, that's funny. And so Kai will now be heading down to Norfair. We'll route through Norfair kind of like, well, it's gonna go get ice and then go down to Croc, collect Croxy, Tank, and Grapple, and then go across to Lower Norfair through the Nutella refill. And you take that refill. Alright, so yeah, Kai off to a nice chunky lead here. From this point on, I believe the routes are going to be fairly convergent. I'm unsure if Kai does some sort of like blue suit shenanigans for Meridia, but we will see. I wouldn't put it past him.
So Kai is about to get to the section of this run where it really heats up. So we're going to pick up the Ice Beam. We're going to go down to Crocomire. And this is not such a dangerous hell run, but going down to Crocomire is actually pretty dangerous. Kai is going to have to run through some speed blocks, and due to a sound glitch or something to do with the sound cue for the echoes, you could lose your echoes.
It's an animation thing, if I remember correctly. Nada explained it to me once. If I remember correctly, it's an animation glitch because the dash counter and the run animation and like the blue echoes are all linked in a really weird way that makes them behave strangely a lot.
Yeah, if anybody's ever seen like the speed skates you can get, when you go and then you end up losing your blue.
Alright, so Kai now heading down. Croc Speedway, yes. So both runners will be diving on 8 energy tanks.
I think they say you have to let go of dash as soon as you turn blue to avoid that from happening.
Yes, because it is when the dash counter tries to increment again that it can break. Alright, Kai. Kind of an obnoxious Croc fight so far. Alright, good. Oh my word. Croc being a jerk. Alright, great. So yeah, that fight starting off with Croc being pretty annoying, but then he behaved. Once he started behaving, he behaved the whole way through. How nice of him. Careful, Kai. Careful, Kai. We've discovered recently that it's possible for Croc to knock you out of bounds there if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. So don't do that.
This game, I'll tell you what.
There's some fun stuff that you can do with Plasma Beam and Grapple. If you can get Grapple before Croc, try that out and have some fun. Alright, so yeah, Idle's still just a little bit behind here. Yeah,
I love how that looks at Idle screen. This game is so cool. I just love seeing Samus just run and just knock stuff over, just plow through everything.
Alright. Meanwhile, Idle has his Croc fights. I'm
So
very
Idle's probably
curious.
going to pick up Croc's PVs then.
Yes. Oh, you
So
always.
that creates even more of a gap between Idle and Kai because Kai will not or did not.
I think didn't he?
Or did he? Did he grab them? I don't know. I forget already.
I'm pretty positive that he did.
Let's see if we get the best mock ball in the game. Oh, sad.
Like if you're gonna drop one of the other packs of power bombs that he got before you drop Croc PBs.
Yeah, that's
Croc
true.
PBs is it's like one of the
Very
mandatory
passive.
packs. What are the three that Zenny gets in world record? The world record
Oh,
route gets Etacoons, Croc, and Alpha.
no, doesn't it get criteria PV? Or I'm sorry, Blue Bryn PVs?
Does it? I cannot for the life of me remember.
I feel like it's Eddie Coon's Croc and Blue Bryn.
All right, so idle sparking across. So we have a near high five. That was a near miss there. All right, yeah. So Kai, we are looking at 30, 20, 25 dive,
Oh,
bonking the shine spark. Unfortunately, not fatal. Is gonna get the health refill anyway. Just like would have been nice to spark across this room instead of having to jump it. Space jumping is faster than sparking, but sparking is faster than not space jumping. All right, these look like pretty clean grapple swings. Oh,
he's going for it now. He can make this, but it's tight.
yeah, this is a risky one. Took about 70 damage probably. That he would have rather not. All right, we're doing looks like a Zenny dive here. Is that what that is?
Yeah, or it's. I mean,
That
it's
looked like
close.
Zenny
Zenny will
dive.
jump off the Namihe, but Kai's variation just as good.
Okay. All right, there we go. So Kai is taking the safety save here.
Now, as hard as all that is, I think it's that 25 supers versus 30 supers that makes this route incredibly hard and why a lot of us opt to do a double Meridia.
Mm-hmm.
Really, I do double Meridia just for that super pack.
So it looks like we have a 3559 first LN elevator from Kai. Idle looking to be a minute and a half behind, maybe? Minute and a half, 2 minutes? I don't think 2 minutes. All right, this is consequential. Ho 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 ho!
I mean, you're happy to see it, but at the same time, knowing that you have to go and refill all of those supers again is frustrating, but still better than resetting.
Yeah. All right, he's just gonna go. Is he gonna get screw attacked
Maybe with
before
screw might go back up. I would.
Yeah,
This
I feel like
beam fight is super slow on Golden Chorizo.
yeah, and you like the farming is risky. All right,
Idle getting through.
Unfortunately, not going to be able to crystal flash on the elevator. But
It's not so bad because you're going to get that energy refill after the GGG, but it still kind of hurts.
It's still inconvenient, but you do get to keep. Well, I guess it's not like your reserve is popping at least.
Right.
And he does get to save with full energy in case there is a GGG reset. What is it with you? I mean, I guess I have enough before the fight. But just getting those supers during the fight just has always seemed so sketchy.
Ooh. Kai's going to want to end this fight fast.
Yeah, Bonk from GT is what, like 160 suitless?
It's quite a lot. It is more than 100 damage, so I don't know. I would probably start farming and get a few more supers. One way or another, Kai just needs to survive this, and he's got maybe about 3 or 4 more beam shots.
All right, there we go.
Okay, hopefully we'll get good drops here. I don't know if Kai will kind of work on farming like the Rippers and just farm, or if he'll try to kind of farm to Crystal Flash range and then hope for the Metal Pirates later. I would probably just stay up and farm the Rippers because they're super reliable.
All right, I think so. Idle is gonna, I think, save some time here on these farms.
You know, this is another reason why I thought Kai was picking up so many power bombs, so that he could farm the Rippers, more. Usually, like, I don't know about you, but usually I only have 8 or 9 power bombs when I go there, so I only farm them with power bombs once. But if you have more than like 10 power bombs, you can farm a couple times and get more per. It's a little quicker.
All right, and so Idle going to go. Idle having 45 missiles.
Yeah, so that we could see that banana beam attack, which he got hit too. So the thing, oh geez, this is not good. Idle is pretty much, yeah, you're done. So you got to be standing on a specific pixel, and if Idle was on that pixel, it wouldn't have mattered what attack GT was doing. It's just that with the banana beam attack, you're not going to be able to farm anything. You know, you got to get below the threshold of like 32. You got to get under that number so that you can farm the eggs for like supers and energy and stuff like that. If I were Idle, I would just start wasting missiles now, I guess. Or just, having a cleaner BT fight. Or GT.
Yeah. Alright, so now Kai, we've got Worst Room. With Screw Attack, this shouldn't be too much of an issue as long as you can hit the wall jump. It doesn't break spin in front of a Namihe or something.
Oh!
Kai, please. Kai, please.
You said it like exactly. Oh, this is scary. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Excuse
Did he
me.
bonk the pillar? Did he bonk the pillar?
I'm sorry. I almost choked like when you called breaking spin literally as you broke spin right near a pirate. I thought he was gone.
All right, well, Kai making it to fire, please. So, yeah, these dying after GGG is so obnoxious. It's so rude because you don't get a save. The game forces you through a gauntlet.
That is the most punishing save. It's like way more punishing than the Ridley save, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, this section of the game is not designed to be easy or like comfortable. You are supposed to be fearing for your life at all times here.
So Kai locking in this Ridley save at 42 minutes and 22 seconds, which is a really, really good. Emptying his reserve now, which could be wise. Oh, Idle,
please.
Just finish the fight. And,
I think he's too far. I think he's a little too far back. I'm worried one of these supers is going to clip him. Yeah.
Took me the longest time to commit to the GT fight because it was always easier to go up to Meridia and grab an extra super pack. This fight is really only tricky because you're losing energy. So I think Idle's rushing, trying to find that perfect pixel. Like, you can take your time a little bit more until GT settles, but getting that super pack first is so crucial for time management that you know, I don't know. I think Idle's just rushing the setup a little bit.
Yeah. No, it's like the one of the big things about the hell runs, like all of them, but particularly in Lower Norfair where the like music's pounding and the enemies are really scary. Like you have to remember, heat is only 15 energy a second. Like a tank gets you like 6 seconds of life. You have time to like get properly set up and move through everything properly because that is faster and therefore will save you more time on heat damage and will also save you potential damage on other things. All right, Kai going to Crystal Flash here and Pre Ridley. We're then going to see him. Okay, he does have enough for a Crystal Flash without drops from Ridley, which is very nice. Um, and so we're gonna see him here. He's gonna farm 25 supers. Um, and then he's on wave beam only, right? I've been watching Idle.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, 3 more.
Really good drops, actually.
All right, he's gonna farm a little bit of energy here. Because if your farms are optimal enough, you can actually net gain energy here as long as you're only getting energy drops.
This is where having all those extra missiles would matter.
If you, depending on how many you've spent, yes, absolutely.
So, but these things can also drop power bombs and missiles too. So, I applaud Kai for doing this. This is actually he's gaining pretty well here with some good farms, and I wish him luck. Let's get it, Kai.
Why was he not doing the? I guess it's like he can do the banana attack, not he will do the banana attack.
Correct.
Okay.
So again, it's like that 50-50 RNG or whatever. So Kai making sure that they have as much energy as possible. Going to be entering the fight with 24 supers because have to shoot out the Ghidorah.
All right, so Idle is setting up for this. You have to have like a fairly specific run speed. I think I set up on a different pixel and do a slightly different jump. But all right, Idle is gonna farm here with Screw Attack. I imagine he farms these guys here with Screw Attack, and then he'll go and get the refill, and then farm once more. Once he's like 1 farm away from good, and then we'll farm again on the way out. All right, Kai going on 24 supers. So that is 2 extra beam shots or 6 extra missiles. All right, yeah. So just seeing the 1x here. Five and 7.
Oh.
I need 6 beam shots. 1. Ooh, that's a bad tail hit. Yeah, he doesn't have quite enough. Just barely not enough.
And I feel like Ridley had maybe 1 or 2 more shots left after all those missiles.
Yeah, no, that was very close. Meanwhile, Idle has made it through, is now in worst room. Should be with Screw Attack here, you just have to be patient. You have to take your time a little bit. It's like make sure that you're properly set up. Don't like dawdle, but like don't rush.
You'll also notice that when Idle's doing these jumps here and shooting at the pirates, to stun them so that they don't shoot at you, which just having a projectile in the air when you're trying to avoid getting hit just makes it even more likely to get hit. So that's a little strat there. You fire at the pirates and it gives them pause.
What happened to Kai's reserves? Did he refill those
Uh,
manually?
yes, he popped them manually.
Like after? I wonder why that is.
He did that last time too. I think it's just how he prefers to set up for the Crystal Flash.
Hmm.
So I think it's just I mean, it could be to double check. I know I've not had full reserves, and then when it came time to Crystal Flash, I just died. So I don't know. Maybe it's a straight card there.
That's very fair.
And shooting the Ghidorah right now early, which I like, because Kai did not do that earlier.
Yeah, like if you can, killing that guy pre-farm is better, because once you hit max supers, you can just go. All right, so now Idle is coming through Wasteland. That's a little annoying. When these bugs get off cycle, like there's a very definite rhythm to this farm, and if you somehow get like offbeat from that, then bad things happen.
Idle.
And we saw there the glitch where when an echo gets reflected off of a space pirate, it goes downward and becomes a charge wave plasma shot. With the palette of the I guess just with the palette of the wave beam, because that's all Idle has equipped. Because like you notice those little like it looks almost like tears, but like the little explosions after an enemy dies before like the bigger explosion, like little things that come out beside the explosion. The color of those is actually based on what beam Samus has equipped and the color of that. Idle, please. And same with actually the Ghidorah's eye projectile. Oh, I forgot about this.
Does Idle have no angle down?
Idle does not have angle down, so he has to farm these like this, which sucks. All right, so neck and neck and pre-Ridley.
Well,
honestly, Kev, would you? I think that this is, for me personally, the worst room in the game, aside from maybe Dragon. But if we're not counting bosses, like pre-Ridley is the worst room in the game.
I will definitely say it is the most annoying. Like, when it goes well, it's actually a really satisfying room. But you nailed it on the head when you were like, if you're off rhythm even a little bit, it just makes farming just so aggravating.
All right, so Idle having the full supers will not have to do anything extra here. How many? Anybody see how many beam shots? We need 6 total.
Really solid. Oh, I wouldn't have done that, Idle. Really solid opening to that
All
fight.
right.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Ridley is dead. First try. And not even a health bomb. Not phenomenal, like, non-health drops, but not a health bomb.
No. This is very survivable for Idle right here. This is pretty sick.
Yep. As long as Idle can get through. Again, he has enough energy and he has screw attack. He can be patient. But as long as he can get through back to that Ridley save, like, he can secure a pretty substantial lead here, I think. He is gonna farm here. I wonder if I think he's just gonna farm here. He could also spark farm the pirates, but
Yeah, without having angled down, like that's probably what I would do.
I think he just wants enough for a crystal flash plus a couple extra, I guess.
I guess if you're not comfortable, I mean, it can totally go wrong, but escaping Lower Norfair on this much energy with one crystal flash is, it's like you said, just take your time. Take advantage of the fact that you have screw attack. You know, don't take a hit and you're okay.
All right, meanwhile, Kyzentun getting close.
All right, Ridley's dead.
Ridley's dead. Nice.
Beautiful fight too. Wow, so this is still a race, dude.
Idle, please be careful. Please be careful.
He's all right. He's all right.
All right, I think for safety, he's gonna crystal flash here. Or he's gonna crystal flash in Key Hunter stairs and hope that
just do it here.
Just hope screw attack keeps you safe, I guess. I mean, I guess this is fine. Yeah, no, this is fine. Oh. That was silly.
Don't take.
Right.
You don't need the save. No, I get it though. I understand.
No, it's a race. This is a race safety.
This save makes this Key Hunter scary.
It's screw attack, or there's like, yeah. See that you can manip him pretty easily.
It's not like low ice.
I mean, I have a good manip for low ice. DM me later. But yeah, I think with that, Idle cements a definite lead, but not an insurmountable one by any means, because Meridia. You know?
Kai's famous for saying Meridia equals time loss. And anybody that's ever played it understands the sentiment there.
All right. So yeah, Kai meanwhile having lots and lots of energy.
You know, that also gives Kai the chance to go through Meridia a little less careful too, because if Kai can get, like, say, all the way where Idle is right now and Crystal Flash, like the room there before, we'll have way more energy entering Meridia, and that actually is probably going to save Kai on farming time as well. In the farm room, there's Frog Speedway farm room. We should count it. Let's see what time Idle gets to the farm. I think that's a good place.
Yeah, no, you're right. All right, turns off.
So what's he doing now? Oh, because the farm is easier without it. So 56-36.
Yep. All right. Meanwhile, Kai gonna do his crystal flash right here before Musketeers. So yeah, we'll have to spend less time farming energy. Here once he gets out.
You're looking to get 20 supers.
Mm-hmm. You want, I would say even 21 ideally, so that you can have a full 10 for Botswoon.
Yeah.
If you can do Missile Botswoon, then you can skimp on one or two.
Idle's got to do more farming for power bombs too. Idle's at 10 right now. Kai is at 12. So if Kai farms these, he could be at 13. I usually farm those, so he's not farming those. I usually farm those 2 dragons or Elcoons or whatever. Yeah. So Idle doing 2 farms. I bet Kai's only going to do 1. So a little more than a minute behind. So, because it was 56-36 at the farm bugs. But we'll see if the supers come fast.
All right, so it's like a minute 10, a minute 11 is the difference in getting to the farm. All right, fade to black at the top of the elevator, leaving Norfair for Idle. 5803.
Oh yeah, Kai's saving time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kai also had
Just
yeah, a
going.
lot more supers. Just like did the farms leaving Lower Norfair that like very efficiently and ended up with a lot more supers than Idle did.
Look at what a difference farm RNG is, and not only that, but the fact that their energy is not even that much different considering how much later Kai did the Crystal Flash.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty wild. That meant that Idol was farming energy while Kai was getting supers essentially, and that's too high with the fish. So honestly, with that farm in this is nuts, dude. Kai is not about to catch up, but is gaining really
He's
fast.
like 35 or so seconds behind as of the elevator leaving Norfair.
Farming saved like 30 seconds. That's wild.
Yeah, he made up a lot of time on that farm for sure. I think there it's just like comfort with leaving Lower Norfair. Also, I think that like not having angle down that's probably one of the places it disadvantages you most.
Well,
Oh,
remember what you and I were talking about that if this race gets into Meridia, Idle has to be significantly ahead in order to have like an advantage on Kyzentun. This is it's a lead, but
they're in the same room.
they're in the same room, and Kai definitely is moving through this Sulis Meridia. Oh my gosh, it was almost 2 minutes at Ridley, and look at this.
All right,
We're
entering
seconds.
Aqueduct. Entering Aqueduct is an 05 versus 7 seconds.
That's just crazy. I tell you, these two as a matchup, we're near synced. If it wasn't for the crab, and now Kai takes the lead.
Yep. All right. Wow. Power of Meridia.
Please tell me Dragon's not going to decide this match.
But yeah, that fall from Idle was really, really costly. Like surprisingly costly.
Meridia in this category is nuts. Like in any other category, a fall like that would cost you like 1 to 2 seconds. In Meridia, Sulis Meridia, that fall cost you like 30 seconds. It's right there. We saw it live.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised that Idle didn't try to grapple the POW amp as he was falling past. Like he could have salvaged that. I thought. I'm not sure why he didn't. Careful, Idle, please. You can get multi-hit here.
This is a good Batsuun from Kai. I like that setup. It looked like standardized and got 6 or 7 supers in really fast. Looked like he was expecting that pattern. Little left side strat right there, and without like Idle's like, no, you're not going to be ahead too long. I'm coming. Look at this. We're a door transition away.
Yeah, Kai has made up tremendous time. In part because of just like superior like I would say superior familiarity with suitless Meridia because of how much suitless stuff he runs. And just like that pretty costly like slip up from Idle. Like that's the thing about suitless Meridia. That's what I think makes it really exciting. Like if you make mistakes, they are very, very costly, and you often don't have room to recover, or you have to act like very quickly to do so.
Oh no, Idle! No, don't go down in there. Like you can get out, but it's going in sand is just dumb. You don't need that much. Why did they farm? I guess they're looking for a Crystal Flash to get out of Dragon in case they miss the grapple escape. I don't know. I hate getting out of this pit. And not only that, but I don't know. I feel like 15 supers here is enough, but
Idle, please.
Please. There's not really a risk of death. Idle just needs to get high enough to get out of the sand. Sand is just awful in this category.
Yeah, there he goes. There we go. You need to get standing on a frozen enemy. But yeah, a significant time lost there. So now Kai is well ahead. Gonna be well ahead getting into Dragon.
I'm sure Idle would have no problem with that, like under normal conditions. But like race conditions, you got weird stuff going on. That's a crappy kind of place to be. I don't know. Just it's unavoidable. I think it would have just been quick. Well, I'm not going to critique it. Idle is doing amazing. I want to know if Idle is on PB pace. I would actually bet that they are, but we'll see.
Has Idle? I feel like Idle's run some amount of RBO. Oh my! Grapple is a good item. It is well designed and not at all broken or garbage. This is a true fact. SpeedGaming chat. You cannot fact check me on this. It is the honest truth.
At the same time, still my favorite beam. Still my favorite beam. See? Perfect beam. Idle just doesn't know how to use it. I don't want to throw shade, but dude, just shoot up and angle up, and you don't need to do the jump. Oh, Kai taking an intentional hit to get in Crystal Flash range. It's not the approach I would have taken, but look at how well getting grabbed. So now Kai has to kill Dragon a special way.
Yeah, so right now we have a flash suit. If you interrupt a crystal flash, it gives you a flash suit which is functionally identical to a spike suit. You just get it slightly differently.
Did not get it off.
Missing the grapple kill. You want to use that to start a Shine Spark right as Dragon is about to grab you. So that her grab interrupts your Shine Spark, which gives you a blue suit. The same way that killing her with a Shine Spark does in any percent. And then you grapple the wall turret to kill her. Very, very nicely done fight from Kai. And so now Kai is going to get these drops here. Notably has enough for another crystal flash. If he runs out of, if he like slips up on the grapple escape too many times and uses too much energy, he can crystal flash. All right, Idle also having an available crystal flash here is very nice.
Idle got hacked a little bit with some swoop RNG.
Oh no! All right, Idle.
Yeah, just take a lot of damage. Repeat the process.
That's literally what it's gonna do. It's a legitimate. It's okay, a little bit. Okay, yeah. This is fair. Oh, except that. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's gonna blow all the goo out of the way.
Oh, that's a death.
That was an admirable attempt, though.
Yeah. So what happened there was that Idle was in the middle of a crystal flash, and in the middle of a crystal flash, fun fact: Samus does not have iframes. And so you will take damage from a damage source every frame because you are never getting iframes, and so Dragon's body hits you for 160 a frame because you don't have a suit. It's not fun.
You know, at the same time, if Kai could just quit running into everything while they're going, or at least like lock down a save somewhere, that would be great. Because this is not a friendly area of town. I like that strat right there, actually.
Yeah,
oh, jeez,
cool
Kai.
Game shot, please. Kyzentun, please. Kyzentun, please.
Let's just point out that the Plasma Pirates do what? 120?
160.
160, okay. So Kai can take one hit.
Yep, it's 40 to gravity, right. So alright.
And then just bold as brass. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh
Oh
no.
my. Oh no. Oh
Dragon, what the heck,
God.
man?
That's RBO. Just discovering new ways to die.
What even happened? I was watching Kai almost die to a pirate.
He power bombed. He activated a goop, and then power bombed too late, and so he
Uh,
was in the crystal flash. He got goofed, but he didn't get grabbed, and then Dragon's tail clipped him, and he got chain damaged.
Jesus.
All right, so Kai now significantly in the lead. It's going to take. It's going
With
to
this
take. I think.
with
Go
this
ahead.
loadout, Kyzentun is like fairly safe. I mean, you can't get stupid with it, like, you know. But it's RBO. I don't expect that Kai will pick up the Varia suit, so I would say the next most really dangerous point is going to be Mother Brain. I think Kai's going to get through the rest, pretty easy. But you still have to watch your energy. We've got late game enemies right here and no suits.
All right. Idle also getting a little. So yeah, the same thing happened as last time. Um, yeah, if you're gonna be that far to the right when you lay the power bomb, you need to like wait a very long time before activating the goop. It's
There is an art to fighting dragons suitless.
yeah, it's probably I don't know, to me it's at least the kind of routes that I would run, like not world record runs. For me it is the most difficult boss fight
It
in the
is for me. It
category.
is the easiest out of any cat.
Well, look at you, Kev.
I love this. This was my absolute favorite fight in the whole game. I think I have more hours on Suitless Dragon than anybody in the community except for like Zeddy and Zost.
I want to enjoy it, but the blue suit conversion is so bad and I hate it so much.
I get that. I learned. Again, there's like two things I'm good at this game, and I
All
pimped
right.
both of them out.
All right. All right, Idol. All right, so here comes the goop. All right, very nice.
GG's.
Huh? Did he not? Oh, he didn't get the blue suit.
Now you can grapple escape without having gotten the blue suit, but it's really, really hard because you have to do spin jumps instead of regular grapple jumps. All right, didn't get the grapple off
Ooh.
quick enough, so I would just actually take this for a ride and just hope for the best. Don't set off your spark.
Here's
I do believe, though, that Idol is invincible, though, right? As long as he's moving, because he's got blue
only
suit.
while moving. But all right, good enough, honestly. Let's see how drops treat him. Yeah, does not have enough for another crystal flash, which might be problematic, but
I
we
got
shall
faith. Idol's
see.
going to be able to do this.
Yeah, no, I after the grapple escape, in Chozo challenge, I think Idol will be fine. But it is still the tiniest bit scary on this energy. There we go. Very nice. Very nice.
So a fun fact to like save a couple frames while you're doing those grapple jumps, if you fire the grapple beam, it will stop your jump. So if you don't want to go like extra high and you're above the ledge you need, you can just hit grapple beam again and it'll stop your momentum upward. Just kind of the same way it'll stop your momentum downward if it connects with an enemy.
Yep, yeah. Grapple zeros your speed if you shoot it and if you kill an enemy with it. Alright, Idle gonna space jump back here. Meanwhile, Kyzentun gonna be heading down the red tower to fight Kraid. Remembering Kraid, which is the Kraid himself is not really a boss, but remembering him is. He is very forgettable in this category particularly. Just don't get zombie Kraid.
I can't believe, like, I have never seen zombie Kraid in my life, and I'm not going to call out the runner that got zombie Kraid in this tournament, but legitimately, it actually happened.
All right,
Come on, Idle.
All right.
Base jump is a heck of an item.
The worst item I would never want to be without.
Yep. Honestly, I think both runners did what? Second try Ridley, which is pretty impressive with a 25 super fight.
Did Idle die to Ridley?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought Idle first tried Ridley, but
you might be right. You know what? I think maybe you are right. Idle died elsewhere, right? We're worst room in the game, maybe, or amphitheater.
Yeah, Idle had a death. That was he died in amphitheater in Chozo.
Okay. You had me worried with zombie Kraid.
Yeah, GT. That's what it was. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, that's right. GT. Okay. I mean, a lot of times that's RBO. You get through the hard stuff, get killed on the easy stuff.
But the easy quote unquote stuff.
Yes, by no means is any part of this category easy after the first 5 minutes.
Even then, bomb split? Yeah. You want to talk easy segments? That ain't it.
The game is as easy as you make it, depending on what your goals are. But yeah, that stuff's hard. Just go, Idle. Just go. Use your screw attack. Idle's probably farming. Wants some energy here. You're good. The other thing that sucks is if you get bad Kraid drops. Now Kai has to be a little bit careful in Turian. Kai's probably gonna go red tower. I go green Bryn and pink Bryn because I just like the music better. This way is technically faster.
The worst kind of faster.
I mean, those are facts. I don't go this way because I like the music better the other way. Actually, to be honest, I like the movement better. I think reverse pink Bryn Star is just sexy fun. It's just great.
All right. So yeah, Idle coming up the back of wrecked ship. Now yeah, several minutes. Yeah, those Dragon deaths are very, very costly, as was that Everest fall.
Game is mean.
Yeah, the Everest fall was what gave Kai the lead, and then the issues with Dragon were what really sealed it. Because this is a pretty insurmountable lead here. Kai would need to basically like die at Mother Brain without a save or something.
I think is evidenced by like the first half of the basically the first like 40 minutes getting into Lower Norfair. It's obvious that both of these runners have a very equal skill set. Like their movement is very similar, their execution is similar, their strats may differ, but I wouldn't have given any runner a serious edge on movement alone. So I would say the first category was won just as much by routing as it was by, not taking the wrong deaths. Just like this was, won by not taking the wrong deaths. So, but really equal and very, very exciting to watch. I've really had a blast watching these two run today.
Yeah, no, it was a very, very good good couple of races for sure. All right, so 118.40 Turin elevator for Kai.
It's even the deaths that Kai had. This is still a pretty good. It's a darn good RBO time.
All right. Idle 2 rounding Kyzentun here. Kai with ludicrous resources right now.
Seriously. But
Like
hoping for those energy drops. I mean, this is quite a lot to have to fill up on this close to Mother Brain. But Kai doesn't baby. Wait, why are you even taking your time, Kai? You don't even baby skip it. just bathe in the acid for a minute.
You don't need to group these guys. That's fair. That's fine. But like, you can just go pew pew pew. Pew boom, pew 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 boom. And yeah, fun fact, not having Varia makes the baby's energy drain happen to you faster as well.
Very true, very true. Do you think Kai will take a pre-Mother Brain save? I would at this point.
No, absolutely. Mother Brain death right now is the only thing that really puts him at risk of
I think that's why he was being so careful with his farming.
Yep.
So for somebody that does not baby skip, I would imagine that would be faster.
Interesting.
So it's nice to see all the little idiosyncrasies that the runners choose for how they like to play this game.
The first match was any percent, but the two of them had a gentle runners agreement to run the Chozo challenge, which very, very nice down backup from Kai, by the way. The Chozo challenge, which is where you get every major item except for gravity, and all of the energy tanks, reserve tanks, and missiles, supers, and power bombs that are on Chozo statues, plus the stuff behind bosses, whatever. But Kai won that, and is now significantly ahead in RBO here, which Idle selected randomly.
If you didn't see the first match, I highly recommend checking it out. It was very exciting, especially the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a very, very unique category. It's like a category extension, but it's also technically any percent. It's any percent all Chozo rewards. Because they are collecting any of the percents.
Kai, you didn't have to do that, but I admire the boldness. So there is a threshold. It's like 320 or 312 or something like that. So Mother Brain's not going to do a second rainbow beam. With a suit on, threshold is different depending on which suit you have. Faria's suit, it has to be below 100. Or something like 100 or below, I think.
So it's gravity's 100 or below, Vari is 180 or below, and
Ah,
suitless is 340 or below.
there you go. So very, very ably ran by Kyzentun. Very impressive for both of our runners doing a single Meridia in a race setting. I think
Yep.
that's pretty great because this is not Kai's PB route. So Kai's PB is only about like maybe 5 or 10 seconds slower than mine. It's like a 117 something.
All right. Of course, with all of these energy tanks and the plasma beam and total lack of Varia, we are easily able to do the stand-up glitch here. This one looks pretty solid.
Yeah, it looks great. You know,
Four, very nice. Only four remaining.
I'm telling you, this race and the last race are just decided by who had the worst place to die. Like pretty great times, pretty good matchup, pretty good runs. Definitely can't wait to see both runners run a little bit more with whomever they have left to face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you thought the first match was interesting and want to check out the category, it's on the speedrun.com Super Metroid category extensions game category. There are separate categories on SRC for the regular vanilla and the category extensions. So you have to go to the category extensions board, but it's called All Chozo Rewards, and you can look at the rules and um, look at like some of the routes. It's very interesting. I encourage people to check it out, if only as a novelty.
You know, I got to give Idol a lot of credit for this Idol doing.
Saving
I got to give Idol a lot of credit though,
he's
because
here to he's stopping Kai from saving the animals.
right, that is
He's
really
just gonna
funny.
ambush him with a plasma beam.
Get him, get him, get him, get him. Fun. You gotta love it, you know, and I got to admire too because Idol could have very easily said, "No, I just want to do regular any percent," because Idol does have a significant PB advantage there. But you know, for love of the game, love of the show, giving the fans what they want, and creating for an interesting matchup, this has been probably the one of the cooler and most exciting matches of the tournament so far. So, GG to Kyzentun, GG to Idol. Kyzentun first place with an official score or official time of 118.57. Is that this one? Something like that. Oh no, that was the last one. Maybe I'm in the wrong race room. Anyways, yeah, I am in the wrong race room. Anyways, good job. Kai won, and then Idol second. Hey, what's up? GG's.
Yeah, GG's. I don't know if Kai's coming or not. Did he say? I haven't checked the. Oh, he's
Oh,
coming.
there he is. Yep.
Okay.
That was absolutely those two matches back to back were amazing. Were so good. Like I'm
Yeah, it
so
was a lot of
sorry you had
fun.
trouble with Dragon. I mean,
It's all right. I honestly, just to be even slightly ahead going into the radio, I'll happily take it. It makes everything. I have so much trouble with Ridley in this category, so to get that, really both fights first try. Both of these fights are pretty tough, so really happy about that. I don't know what's going on with GT, but you know, Traycon, I don't know. Should I just not be in that spot trying to powerbomb him on the right side? Like, is that just a bad place to be? I couldn't
I
believe he
think
missed me
maybe you
twice.
were I think maybe you were somehow triggering it at a weird time, or
Yeah,
like, and then rolling back away, like you were just barely far enough over that. Yeah, I have no idea exactly what happened, but then it happened twice in a row.
yeah, because it's if you do it correctly, it should be pretty rare. So I must be doing something wrong. must not.
It
must
was
be doing
very
the
not
right or
fair.
something.
Very not fair.
So
I
what
don't know.
happened?
Oh, Dragon failed to goo me a couple times. The first time, the first death, I just sparked stupidly. I just forgot I can't be holding angle while I'm jumping around.
So like you got gooped and then Dragon didn't actually pick you up?
And
No,
he was
I was doing the power bomb crystal flash, but he didn't goop me, so then he just ran into me instead.
Oh yeah, I've had that happen when I'm a little bit too far to the right and I set off the power bomb too late.
Yeah, I think I was maybe a little late with the power bomb, but I think I just needed to be farther right. I was
Yeah.
too far left. I think I wasn't giving him enough time to goo me or something.
I do have
Yeah,
a
I've had
question
that
about
happen.
race 1. Did y'all, with the first race, were you watching the restream? Do you know how different your routes were?
We knew they were somewhat different. I didn't know Kai was doing that X-ray. What is that? R mode or something?
R mode blue, yeah.
Yeah. Looked like you were trying to save a lot of time leaving Dragon, but it didn't quite. Something went a little haywire there, I think.
See, I knew that my route would not be like Idle's, and I knew that I kept my route secret, so I knew we'd be different, but I was not watching the restream.
It was competitive though. I mean, like if I just didn't like screw up
Oh yeah.
amphitheater, it would have been way closer. Maybe I would have needed to not make the first mistake too, but gosh, that amphitheater one was just one of those ones where you overthink it. Like I was really caught off guard that I took the first hit in the amphitheater. I don't know exactly what happened. I must have just been standing too close or something. I thought I fired a shot to get the pirate to not shoot at me, but maybe I just bumped into him. I'm not sure what happened there, but so then I'm overthinking the wall jump. What was that?
Was that amphitheater death?
Yeah,
that
so
you're
I
talking-
bumped into a lower pirate.
Looked like you broke spin.
Correct. So what happened then is I'm overthinking that wall jump because you can't just wall jump and not do anything else. Like I think the screw tech doesn't work very well. I didn't trust it.
Oh yeah.
But usually I let go of jump and it's fine. But I was overthinking it. So instead of letting go of jump, I ledge grabbed, which is obviously not what I want to do.
Yep.
Not generally how you want to interact with a pirate, yeah.
I hit the button, I'm like, wait, no! The immediate regret. I just total overthink does not happen if I don't bump into the first pirate. I don't know. or I guess if I didn't bump into the first pirate, I could have survived that too. But yeah. Oh well. I'll take it. It's fun racing, that's for sure.
Yeah. With my route, if I do everything correctly, I got a 112 this morning with the deathless run. But it takes a lot of attempts to actually get it deathless.
That's a pretty strong time, though. I was thinking
I've got that recorded, so I'll upload that later.
That bops me even lower.
I can improve on my 114 PB, but 112 would be up there for me. I think I could do it, but might need to get the baby skip on top of everything else. And
I don't baby skip.
That's a good time.
So,
but like you said, it's like whether your time was a 112 or 114, it's who knows what's going to happen in the actual race. I mean, it's so much can happen. I'm sitting here like I'm doing my X-ray climbing and trying to like game out, like heading to spring while trying to game out, or how close is it? Then you ended up being, I think, a couple minutes ahead, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
The route was so different for a while. We were thinking Idle was ahead, and then
after the Ridley death from Kai, I thought I might be ahead there.
Yeah, but once
that, you just have
Kai
to count
beat Ridley,
mistakes. Once you're done counting mistakes, that's how you can tell who's ahead and who's not.
Right, exactly.
Mystery.
I knew I was behind once I died in the amphitheater because that was a significant setback. I don't remember the first. Oh yeah, the first death was lava dive. That's happened to be in practice before. There's just a certain way that I land that it messes up my timing, and I just ran right into a flame. But I knew it. That was not a very expensive death. That first one.
Yeah. What are you doing lava dive with?
0+1.
All right. So yeah, same lava dive that I'm doing.
Yeah, I just have like a standard roll in. I think I got it from Kev actually.
The problem that I had with roll in when I was trying to do that fast is I'd unmorph at the wrong time and lose a bunch of time. So with the run-in strat, I don't have to worry about unmorphing at the wrong time. I just have to worry about jumping too high on the first jump and rubbing. I rubbed a little bit in the race, and a little bit is okay, but too much of a rub and you're dead.
It's funny because I figured something out that makes it easier to unmorph at the wrong time or correct time, and I still unmorphed at the wrong time because I unmorphed a little bit too early, so I ended up moving farther to the left than I normally do, and then that allowed me to run into the. It's like when that happens, I need to wait just a moment. I didn't wait.
Yeah, and the other thing is when you unmorph too high, you spend a lot of time just hanging in the air, not landing, and you're not really moving.
Yeah.
So. You can make unmorph just as fast as running it. It's just hard to optimize.
All right. Well,
what happened in the second one? Oh, the Dragon death. Okay, never mind.
Dragon deaths, and then GT for some reason just couldn't stand in the right position, which I don't usually have that much trouble with. Sometimes I take one hit and then I get in the right position, and then this time I was just. The first fight, I was both too close and too far away from. I just couldn't find the right spot for that fight.
You got really bullied.
I took one hit and he said, "Well, messed it up. Now I can't do any farming supers in here, so I'll have to farm supers after the fight."
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy.
I always do that,
getting
actually.
The super missile, like getting the super missile first before you do GT, and then getting down quick enough to not take a hit. I mean, it's pretty hard.
Well,
just looked like it was rushed a little bit, but
yeah, I inched a little bit too close. I inched into him after I was in position. So
yeah. I'll take it though. Ridley gave me a very favorable pogo pattern in the fight. I do not normally get all of my supers in before he's even started swooping, and I just need to get the missiles in. That's unusual. He's usually a lot meaner to me than that. I'm usually having to fire missiles at him while he's swooping, and then hoping he goes into pogo so I can finish supers.
Yeah, he was acting weird in my first fight, and I took a couple of hits, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
He was dead. He had 0 hit points at the end of the fight, but so did I, so.
Well, good stuff. I'm personally glad with how it turned out. Thank you for showcasing the all Chozo, rewards. I think that's really neat chat. There was a lot of people that were really fascinated by it all, and what a cool concept anyways. So I really appreciated being here to do that. And then getting RBO was like icing on the cake. Like, okay, a category that's kind of near and dear to my heart, and then the other category that I just love to death. So, thank you so much for, racing. These choices worked out, and I'm glad I was able to do it. And coming with exact,
there's more categories. There's more than just any percent and hundo and RBO and low percent. There's a lot of categories out there. You could do a lot of different things, and you could run different routes and still have a competitive time.
True.
Oh yeah, and they're not all like really difficult. Like the Chozo challenge is really, really tough unless you're an experienced runner. But they're like beamless categories. There's no drops. Maybe no drops is a little bit tough, but you could get more items and make it easier, right? A lot of these other categories, you have the option to get more items and or route it differently and make it your own. So totally agree with that. Did you guys? I wanted to ask. Did you see the zombie crate? Wasn't sure if anybody noticed that one.
Yes. Yeah, that was a little scary.
Well, I mean, I saw that once Kai took that save, I figured, okay, this is over.
Wait. Did Idle actually do zombie crate? Because I did not.
No, I did it in RBO because you were already in the Turi and you were already in Mother Brain.
Yeah, I could have died 5 times Mother Brain. I've taken the ketchup at RBO before. It's not great.
All right. Well, I think that it is time we give the good people of SpeedGaming their channel back. Thanks again so much to you, Idle, and Kai for putting on a really great show, showing off one of the more like novel, interesting ways that you can speed run this game. And of course, thanks to you, Kev, for co-comming with me, and that'll be me signing off.
Same here. Thank you all for being here, and I'm out too.
Thanks for having me on. I'll see you next mission.